In our previous video, we introduced the circulatory system and learned how the heart functions as the essential pump that keeps everything moving today. However, we are going to shift our attention to the blood vessels. In particular, we will be focusing on three major types of vessels, known as arteries, capillaries, and veins. To begin with, let us quickly summarize their roles. Arteries are responsible for carrying blood away from the heart. Capillaries are tiny vessels that allow the exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and waste materials between the blood and the body tissues, and veins are the vessels that carry blood back towards the heart. Each type of blood vessel has a structure that is uniquely suited to its function, and this relationship between structure and function is a key aspect of understanding how the circulatory system works. Starting with arteries, these vessels transport blood that has just been pumped out of the heart, meaning the blood inside them is under very high pressure. This pressure is due to the forceful contractions of the heart's ventricles. To handle such pressure, arteries must be both strong and flexible, which is why their walls contain a thick layer of muscular tissue for strength, as well as a thick layer of elastic tissue that allows the arteries to stretch when the heart pumps and then recoil between beats. This ability to stretch and return to shape helps to maintain the flow of blood even between heartbeats. The result of these thick muscular and elastic layers is that the walls of arteries are relatively thick compared to the lumen, which is the central space through which the blood flows. Now, once the blood has traveled through the arteries to reach various parts of the body, it enters the capillaries. These vessels are incredibly small, and they form a dense network that comes into very close contact with almost every cell in the human body. The main function of capillaries is to facilitate the exchange of substances with the surrounding tissues. They deliver essential nutrients and oxygen directly to the cells, and in return they collect waste products such as carbon dioxide and other metabolic byproducts. If we examine the structure of a single capillary, we find that it is perfectly adapted for this exchange. Their walls are only 1 cell thick, which allows substances to pass through them quickly and easily by diffusion. In addition, their walls are permeable, meaning that small molecules can move in and out of the blood with ease. The lumen of a single capillary is very narrow, but because there are millions of them throughout the body, their combined cross-sectional area is actually extremely large. In fact, the total surface area of all capillaries far exceeds that of the arteries. This vast area helps to reduce the pressure of the blood and slow down its flow rate, which gives the blood enough time to exchange oxygen, nutrients, and waste with the tissues. Finally, as blood passes through the capillaries, it gradually enters larger vessels called veins. Veins carry the now deoxygenated blood back to the heart for reoxygenation. Veins are relatively large in diameter, and they have the widest lumens of all the blood vessels. Their walls are much thinner than those of arteries, containing only small amounts of smooth muscle and elastic tissue. This is because the pressure of the blood in veins is much lower, so their walls do not need to be as strong or as elastic. One of the most important features of veins is that they contain valves. These valves are crucial because they prevent blood from flowing backward, which could happen easily due to the low pressure. Instead, the valves ensure that blood always moves in the correct direction, which is back toward the heart. Now, before we wrap things up, let us briefly discuss how to calculate the rate of blood flow, which is a common type of exam question. Imagine a situation where 2,560 milliliters of blood flow through the aorta, which is the large artery that carries blood away from the heart, in a total time of 8 minutes. To determine the rate of blood flow in milliliters per minute, we simply divide the total volume of blood by the time it took. So we divide 2,560 by 8. This gives us a result of 320 milliliters per minute, which is the rate at which blood is moving through the aorta, and that completes our exploration of blood vessels. If you have not already seen our other videos about the heart and the blood, we have included links to those in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time as we continue learning about the circulatory system and how it keeps our bodies functioning smoothly and efficiently.